This is My Player 2, our Valentine series where we talk to cool, fun, cute couples. So I'm going to have you guys introduce yourselves. So one, two, three.
You go first.
Me go first.
Yes.
My name is Forrest Renard. I'm Tygarlily's player 2.
You doing real names or gamer tag?
I don't. That's a great question. Do I have that? That is a producer. What are we just gamer tags or just real names?
I think you should be Thor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Start over.
I'm back from the top. Hey everybody, my name's Thor, Tygarlily's player 2, and I'm happy to be here. I work in video game design. I'm a level design / character designer, and I'm happy to be here to talk about video games, nerdy things, and of course with you.
Yay! Well, it took me a little bit of talking him into this, so just a little bit. But hi, I'm Tygarlily. I am a content creator for Ants Online. I was a streamer for 5 years, but now I make content for everybody else but myself these days. But, I still love video games and everything about it. So I'm a big gaming enthusiast. Yeah, that's me.
All right. Are you guys ready to answer 21 questions about each other?
Oh, yeah. 21. Let's do it. I'm excited.
Yes, we were very stereotypical about the question numbers. Okay, number one, how did you two meet?
Ooh, you want to take this one, Tiger? Yeah, okay. How did we meet? So I guess it kind of starts with me. A little intrigue, a little smoke and mirrors, but it ends up with a good place for sure. So last year, I was kind of going through a little bit of a roller coaster of a ride, and we share a mutual friend by the name of Baggins TV. He's a broadcaster, and his wife, absolutely precious. Lily knows her from New World, actually, and her name is Gamgee, beautiful soul. And she comes to me and she's like, "Thor, I've got a friend and she's single, and I think she might like you." And obviously she's British. If anybody didn't get that. and of course Gamgee showed me a picture of Tygarlily, and I was just blown away. She actually had that Kingdom Hearts sword in the background, and I absolutely thought she was stunning.
It was the Keyblade.
It was the Keyblade sold it to me, and obviously I was instantly interested in her. And well, Lily, how did it go on your side?
So Gamgee slipped into my DMs as like, "Hey, this guy is interested in you. He's been stalking your Twitch, and but he's too shy to talk to you." So I'm like, "Oh, who is it?" And she showed me Thor, and I was like, "Oh, he's cute, but I don't really date streamers. It's a hard life being a streamer. There's no way I could date one." She didn't tell me he was retired at all and that he was in game design. So for me, I was like, "No, thank you." So that's how it started.
So yeah, Gamgee and her had a conversation, and Lily's like, "No, I'm not really interested." Tygarlily's like, "I'm not really interested." Then Gamgee comes back to me. She's like, "Thor, she absolutely loves you. It's gonna be fantastic." And so she's hyping me up. She's hyping me up. She's getting me all like, and so she orchestrated this content creator party. And so I come into this party thinking that Tygarlily is just really excited to meet me, and she's paved the way, and none of this could be farther from the truth. But I didn't know any of this at all. So I came in, riding high on my high horse, and meanwhile Tygarlily was just there to be at a party. So but we ended up playing games together and hanging out, and one thing led to another, and it was just kind of kismet at first sight.
We played Call of Duty, and then you bought me which game?
I bought you World of Warcraft Dragonflight, and you have exactly 30 minutes into that game, so that was a game well invested.
We had a 30-minute date, so
Shout out to a wingman, wing women. You are the MVPs of the world.
And she's so smug about it too. Gamgee is so smug. So Baggins TV and Gamgee, yeah, you're definitely gonna place at the wedding if it ever happens, for sure. Oh, I mean, come on.
Okay, question 2. What causes more fights, Uno or Monopoly?
I think we would fight more in Monopoly. So I would say we haven't played either. So to be safe, we should probably play Uno.
Yeah, I would actually slight disagreement on there because Monopoly, you handle the money. I mean, I'm pretty easy going, but I feel like you would mess up the Uno rules for sure. And so I'd be like, look, that's not how you play this game. And so I feel like that's where we get into the kind of the issue going forward for sure. So I'm gonna say Uno.
What video couple would you say is most like yourselves?
What came to your mind? I went Cloud and Tifa.
You went who?
Cloud and Tifa.
Cloud and Tifa. Cloud's a big hunk of man. Okay, I can get on board with that for sure. Oh, God, you don't. I don't. Donkey Kong and Peach for sure. Because I'm always running after you. You know what I mean? You're amazing.
You're an ape.
I am an ape. Thank you. I've been known to throw a couple barrels in my time for sure.
Who is most likely to let the waiter know there's something wrong with the order?
100% Tygarlily. 100%. She's very like my own mother, a bulldog. And I'm a big guy. I'm 6'1", but I'm
too shy.
I'm too shy. You know what I mean? I'm embarrassed. They could get my order completely wrong and be like, oh, it's okay. Maybe next time, whatever. And Tygarlily, she's like, absolutely not. And she'll do it in a nice, respectful way. It's not like she'll be mean about it, but no, she's definitely has my back. And whether it's making appointments for me or anything like that, she's got my back. She's got, and she takes care of me, and that's something that is I very much appreciate her. Whether it's a meal that's been ordered poorly or
it's taking forever.
Or yeah, you know what I mean. And so I'm a real laid back, relaxed kind of guy, but Tygarlily has my back, and so yeah.
Oh my God, so cute. Who is the gaming goat, Mario or Pac-Man?
Ooh, I know. As a game designer, you're gonna say Pac-Man, but I think Mario. As I started on Mario.
I'm gonna go with Mario as well. Pac-Man a little before my time, but yeah. I grew up with Super Mario 2, which is weird because it actually wasn't a Super Mario game. It was actually, Doki Doki. And you know what? Don't worry about it. But Super Mario. I'm gonna go with Super Mario. I actually grew up on the NES back in the day, so you got a lot of love for the Mario.
Okay, so it's game night. What is your go-to game?
What do you say, darling?
Well, these days it's been Call of Duty: The Haunting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, but before that, we were playing. I would say it's whatever we can easily access. So Monster Hunter now has been our go-to game.
Yeah, that's been good. That's been it's really whatever strikes us in the fancy. So we played a indie game called Stolen Realms, and it's a very fun mix between like World of Warcraft, a CRPG, and I saw it come up, and Tygarlily loves RPGs, and I said, hey, let's jump onto this thing, and she and we put 80 hours into that in 2 weekends, and that was, you looked at me one afternoon, you're like, is this what my life now? And I was like, yes, this is how it's gonna go.
We put in the hours.
We put in the hours into that game. So we did the Haunting. That was absolutely fantastic. Monster Hunter Now, on a whim, we picked that one up, and it was very much like Pokemon Go, but arm in arm, we'd go out and get the Rathloses and the Rathians and the Kevins, and it was a good time. It was a good time. The Coolicoos.
Yeah. Is there an anime you two are currently watching?
Oh yeah.
You wanted to.
Oh baby. Jujutsu Kaisen has been an absolute banger. So I got my Inuyasha shirt on. I love anime. Lily, you love anime, and you love one of the things that when you first started talking, you got some throwbacks. You got some old school cool coming at you, some really obscure ones. And so when we got together, I went down that road of trying to be like, hey, have you seen this? And I was privileged to be able to show you a lot of the 90s anime that I grew up with, the Yu Yu Hakusho's. I showed her Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time, a little throwback there. But as I started showing her newer animes, we weren't really kind of vibing, and so
you couldn't find any.
Yeah. And we saw Chainsaw Man together. You didn't like that one, but it was Jujutsu Kaisen that came out of nowhere. That was an absolute banger. And take it away. You like it?
Yeah. I love shonen, so like the fighting, but it's just like Jujutsu Kaisen. When did it come out? 2017.
Jujutsu Kaisen? No. That's recent. That's 2022. It's only on the second season.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was been out for a while.
It's hot. It's hot off the press.
Yeah, so we started season 1. I was like, dang, this is good. And then right when we finished season 1 is when season 2 started. So I was like, this is perfect timing, and it was really good. I really like it. The characters are all BAs, but they get beat up. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say badass, but they're all really cool and they get beat up, and I love that about a character. I don't like the ones that are just like, oh, I'm in a baby.
You're allowed to curse, so feel free.
Perfect.
This one is, okay, this is as far as their ability to rule, not their ability to be powerful or anything. Who do you think is the better princess, Peach or Zelda?
Zelda.
Yeah, you're gonna go with Zelda on that one?
Yeah, she's had multiple rebirths to retry to save her kingdom, and each time she does.
I gotta go with you. I gotta go with that one as well. She's one part of the Triforce, you know what I mean? So she's powerful, she's clever, and yeah, I mean an absolute banger in Super Smash Brothers Melee, you know what I mean? So I gotta go to Zelda as well.
Describe your first kiss using the title of an anime or a video game. I know there's a lot of pressure there.
Oh.
Are you thinking? Do you have an idea? Oh, I know the word, which is Toki Doki. It was so slice of life. Like, I feel like our first kiss was slice of life. You know, like.
Yeah, so it's weird because our first kiss, I had just moved in to Atlanta, and I had nothing in my house, and I had just traveled 2,000 miles from Maine down to Atlanta, and so no furniture, no nothing. It was a thunderstorm, and she came and was like, "Hey, I'll cook you dinner. We'll go shopping for your anything that you needed." So we ended up like getting really bad like stir fry from Target, and then with our backs against the wall, had ourselves some Yinglings, and that's where we had our first kiss. So putting that into a anime,
Oh boy, Bebop.
It's a banger, but I know.
Skip Beat. I love that anime.
Skip. Okay. I'm going to go with Real Life. I'm gonna go with Real
That's a
Life.
good one.
I'm gonna go with Real Life.
It's a great question.
Yeah, Real Life. I'm gonna go with Real Life. Final answer because he finds the one, and that's how.
Gotta love some Yingling.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do you know each other's favorite color?
Oh yeah. Tygarlily's is purple. Like it's anyway, if you haven't noticed, we got a lot of purple themes and tones, and that one's easy for her. I did convince her to try green hair though, and that was
Which happens to be
my favorite color. Yeah. So I could call on that one. So definitely love green.
We're not trying to start any fights between couples. Please don't be mad at us.
No.
Do you think that aliens are out there?
Ooh, take it away. I want to hear Lily's answer to this. Lily, this was a good one for you.
So this is the Spider. There are aliens. They have made contact with us, and they are so smart that they don't even care about us. We're just like fleas to them. So yeah, I think there's aliens out there. And apparently the government says we have made contact. They just don't care that we exist. That's all I've gotten. So I think aliens are out there. I think so.
As for me, I'm going to say that the world in which we find itself is such a small pinprick in a vast ocean that I find it highly likely there are extraterrestrial life forms out there. In fact, like there may be even some like on Jupiter or whatever, but I feel like the vastness of space is just so vast is that the likelihood of anything running into each other is just so small. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. So yes, but we haven't seen them lately.
Got it. And okay, in an all-out brawl, who do you think wins, Goku or Superman?
What do you think? I don't know. I've seen Goku go Super Saiyan. And he's got a lot of, I don't know. Superman's also. You answer this.
Okay. So DC suffer, all comic books suffer from that like the ever rising power level, and anime does it as well. What am I saying? But I gotta give it with Superman because DC at one point just made Superman God tier, and was like he can punch through the very fabric of the universe. So having said that, Goku has that fighting spirit, right? And
that's
I know, and Goku has that fighting spirit where and he gets stronger every time he fights, and so it really, I don't think Superman or Goku would ever come to a killing blow. And if they become sparring partners over time, I think Goku would eventually beat Superman over the course of many years. That is a technical answer and probably not one that anybody wanted to hear.
We know this is going to be divisive as hell, so that's the reason why we asked. Can you guys share a memorable date with us?
Actually, Does it have to be like old or can it be recent?
Anything you want, as long as whatever you like. It's your
Yeah, so like yesterday, I wanted to go to a festival. We couldn't go because the parking lots were so full and we couldn't find parking. So I just started crying in the car.
own.
So I looked at Thor and I was like, it's up to you now. So what did we do yesterday, Thor?
Yeah, so I remember there's this little putt place that is just absolutely out of the way. It's hidden, and I remember going by and thinking to myself like, "This is amazing," but it's like just really out there. It was absolutely beautiful. It's cool, and so I got out there. We acted silly, and we played putt, and then followed it up with a bookstore extravaganza, Second and Charles, and then we had capped it off with ramen, and that was a good time.
Yeah, I like that because I mean, we've done really awesome things. We've gone down to MegaCon, we've done like Disney World, but this was nice because I was like sad, and he
Mhm.
was able to turn it around. So it was a really good day, in my opinion.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, what
Yeah.
is your gaming love language?
I love when Thor checks on me when we're gaming or when he's gaming, and he's like, "Well, I should probably check on Lily."
Yeah. Mine is the fact that Lily throws down and hangs out with the best of them. And not to sound conceited or anything like that, but Lily is my favorite player too because she's the player too. She more than pulls her own. She throws down. She has my back. She's in sidestep with me, and there are times when she saves my butt. You know what I mean? And I love.
I said I don't.
No, there's definitely times when you don't, for sure. But I know like it may come off as us being silly, but I truly mean that. I've always looked for. I'm a little older, and so I've been looking for somebody that's a partner to me, and in that sense, I wanted somebody who I don't have to fake playing video games with you, right? I genuinely enjoy you when we're hanging out together. And that's the coolest thing ever is that some games are 3 players, some games are 2 players, and it only works and functions kind of like life with 2 players, but I get to play games with somebody that I generally who's number one good at video games, but also who I can handle for multiple hours at a time and have a
Mhm.
great time
And you're
with.
not pulling your hair out.
Not pulling my hair out.
No.
Still have a little bit left for
Yes,
sure.
love that. Okay. How did you know you were in love or that you found love?
You
Oh,
want me
you
to take
guys are
it?
turning red. Oh,
Uh,
so cute.
Yeah.
this answer is super inappropriate.
No. I will.
Are you sure? Okay, I trust you.
Yeah.
Liana,
Okay.
not for safe warning, not safe for work warning.
So I will not go too far into detail, but one of the instances was when I knew Lily was not afraid to be herself out in public, and that comes with all sorts of just shenanigans. That Lily, I told her recently that I get to wake up in the morning and I can't wait to find out what she does. Right, and it's always an adventure with her. But I personally knew I loved you when I put my back up against my when we didn't have any furniture. And there's that wall right there, and yeah, we had meshed so well online because that's how our relationship started. It was online. And then I put my back up against the wall and I just knew it. I just knew it. Right. And it's no secret that when we first started dating, you were talking to other guys and all that kind of stuff, which just one does. And but I knew instantly that you were my player too. And so it took a little while for me to convince you, but I was in it for the fight for sure.
Yeah, for me it was hard because I was just closed off to like opening my heart to anyone, right? And he was such a patient man. Thor is very patient. And he let me go through the ringer. He let me like see other people just to get it out of my system. And it was one day we came back from Texas and he was dropping me off. It was a fun event. We went to the Smite Championships. We had a really good time that weekend, and then he was dropping me off, and I just saw his face when he had to let me go, and that just like my heart split, and I didn't want it.
Oof, oof, yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. She's like, you told me before, you're like, I don't like making you sad anymore. Like, I never want to make you sad. So that was good. That was good for sure.
So you guys are in a zombie apocalypse. What is the first thing you grab?
The cats, no. Zeus, Sari, Callie, get in the car. Charlotte,
We pose.
yeah. What are you grabbing, Sarah? What are you grabbing, Lily?
I'm grabbing a bow and Callie.
Okay.
My cat.
Okay. Here, what am I grabbing? my zombie survival kit that I keep underneath the chair, you know, to be, it's got everything in there. No, probably a good, like, I don't know. I feel like a good mace, like, you know, whether it's a baseball bat with like some nails in there. I don't know, because can't go with the swords. We have a lot of swords, you know.
We have a staff from home.
Oh yeah, you know, you can actually kind of see it there. We have a Spirit Halloween of all places. We got like a metal rod with a dragon and a globe on it, and I picked it up and I was like, I could do some damage with this. So yeah, great call. See, that's why you're my number 2. You remind me of the mace that we already currently have.
What is a small thing that your partner does that has a big impact on you?
After you, baby.
It's a big deal, but it's the morning cuddles. Because it's like you wake up and you have a warm hug and it like puts you on the right track for the day instead of waking up on the wrong side of the bed. I really appreciate that. It really does change my day. Like, honestly, if I don't get cuddles, I'm a sad person.
For me, on the other hand, something that you do that's small. You're invested in my day to day. You always want to know what I'm up to. And what I'm getting down on, whether, because I do a lot of self-learning as a game dev. I have to, like, you know, what's keep up track and all that. And so she's wholly invested into me, my career, my trajectory, what I'm working on. And that means a lot to have somebody that's there for you every single day when it comes to like, hey, what did you work on? That's something that truly means a lot to me. And then I also love the fact that I can like just relax and unwind around you. And you can just hang out and do your thing, and I can do my thing, and it's awesome. I like that. I like that a lot.
Did you drink water today?
Yeah, and she gets on me about drinking water for sure. She says, make sure.
Is important.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to all the player ones looking for their player 2? And this question is specifically for me.
Oh, well, what do you think?
Yeah, I went through the ringer for sure when it came to relationships that did not go my way, for sure. You gotta hold out, know what you want. I knew what I wanted as soon as I met Lily, but if Lily would have been any different, I wouldn't have wanted her. So she was just that right key into the right heart-shaped locket. And but I think so many times that player 1 will feel that they have to throw themselves into a relationship. They're so desperate to find that player 2. Build yourself up, make yourself be able to stand on your own 2 feet and be proud of who you are. Make sure your foundation is secure enough so when you do have another player to come and join you, that it's just 2 solid foundations, and then you 2 can build something together. And that's something that Lily and I, while we each have parts of us that were missing from our last relationships for sure, but we were whole enough that when we came together, we were able to make something really special. So work on yourself and believe in yourself. It'll happen. I know it seems like as we get older, it seems less and less likely. There's just like my dad used to say, there's a butt for every seat, and for sure. But there's just with what you're going through and how you could feel so alone, there's somebody out there feeling the same exact way you are. And yeah. And so just keep the faith, work on yourself, make yourself, improve yourself. And so when that special does come along, you can give yourself to the other person as a gift. And yeah, Lily?
I would say prepare to cherish someone like that. So, you know, like if you find the gift, take care of them, because like I said, I was dating a bunch of people and I did not want to open my heart to certain people because there was just a lot going on. Then someone who was a treasure just appeared out of nowhere. And I wanted to take care of him. And the one thing that Thor does for me is I have so many insecurities, and he talks me out of my self-doubts a lot. And I find that a very valuable trait in him. And so he takes care of me, and I want to take care of him. And you're going to find someone like that. You just have to be patient and just make sure to recognize the small things. Sometimes they're super silly, super dorky. They have but you just have to be like, this is the one that I want to be crazy with, because everyone's crazy. No one's perfect. You just have to decide on who that'll be.
That's cute. Okay. Do you know each other's coffee or tea order?
Yeah. I so first of all, the Starbucks menu changes all the time. So I've given up trying to memorize it, but I can usually throw a stone and get something that you potentially like. Also, you love pumpkin spice, so you are one of those ladies that like the pumpkin spice. So anything pumpkin in it, and I've usually got a pretty good solid. And I know this sounds so cheesy, especially on Valentine's Day, but sometimes it's just the action, right? It's saying, hey, you're waking up. I'm I give you a cup of coffee, and even if it's not perfect, you're appreciative, and I'm appreciative of it. So yeah, I know that sounds so cheesy, but yeah.
He likes those caramel macchiatos. He also really likes a chai tea with oat milk and
Make me sound bougie.
Hey,
chai
if
tea with
you
oat
like
milk.
it, you like it.
Yeah, with a shot of espresso and the vanilla cream, the cool cream. Well, I'm not a Starbucks person, but the cream that goes on top. He really likes that.
Yeah. Also, I have a pumpkin spice latte tattoo, so no judgment
Yes.
to all those pumpkin spice lovers.
I'm a pumpkin pie eater from way back for sure. They're upset that we like something so much, and they have to deal with their black coffee. So I don't know, haters.
Okay, so this one is a like off the top of your head. Don't think too much about it. Finish the line. Love is.
Exciting.
Ooh. Love is listening.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Liana trademark that before he does. Okay, last question. It is cozy season. We have to know fuzzy socks or fuzzy blankets.
I have to wear fuzzy socks because my feet get really cold, but no blankets needed. He's a man from the.
Yeah, no socks on me. I don't want anything touching me. I will wrap myself in furs and blankets, which is fine. But the idea of like fuzzy things in between my toes, it weirds me out. No way. No way. I don't want anything on me. I am stark nude and I'm living my life in the wintertime. Summertime, no way. No way.
All right. Thank you so much for asking all 21 questions. Can you please let our community know where we can find you and how we can support you?
These days, you can find me on twitch.tv/antonline, like the bug online, ANTONLINE. I'm also the Game Hers brand ambassador. So if you're ever looking for another female to game with in a safe space, just come see me. My name's Tygarlily. That's TYGARLILY. That's my name on all socials. I love cosplay, I love gaming, and I just like make fun slice of life stuff because gaming is a part of my life, my everyday life, and so is Thor.
You can still usually find me getting dragged behind Tygarlily on day-to-day operations. But truthfully, you can find me on Twitter/Thor. I work over at High Res, shout out to them. And so I'm involved with Paladins. And it's my to a degree. But yeah, and I used to be a broadcaster as well, Thor. But hey, these days we're rocking together. And so usually when you can find one, you can find two. And appreciate you putting us on for sure.
All right. Thank you so much, you guys.